In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to use an FTP program. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol, and it's simply a client that allows you to save your web pages from your computer to your web host or the remote site or the remote server. Those are words that are used kind of interchangeably. The first thing you need to do is download FileZilla, and FileZilla is spelled just like this. I'm hovering it over so you can see. Just go to Google, type in FileZilla, you'll see the site, you can download. I think it's like FileZilla-project.org or something like that. You download it, install it, then you'll need to take a trip over to your web host and create an FTP account. And all that is, it's just a username and a password that you'll need to use an FTP program and save the files to your server. So once you've done that, you'll open up FileZilla and you'll come over here to the host and you'll enter your host name, which is usually yourdomain.com, or sometimes it's ftp.yourdomain.com. You'll have to check with your web host to see which one will work here. Sometimes both will work, other times only one, but you can either test it out yourself or just contact your host and they'll be able to tell you. Then here you're going to enter your username, which is the username that you created when you created your FTP account with your host. And then lastly, your password. Again, whatever you set up at your host. Then once you've done that, you're going to come over here and hit Quick Connect, and then you're going to connect to your web server. Okay, so once you've selected Quick Connect, now you're connected to your web host. So before getting into uploading files, let's take a look at the FileZilla user interface. You'll see 4 quadrants here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The left side is your local machine. So this is your hard drive, and as you can see it says local site, and then it's got C users, which is my hard drive. Up here are the folders, down here are the files. So when you click build, you'll see all the files that show up that are in the build folder. So if I go up here to books, it'll change and you'll see there'll be more files down here. So folders at the top, files at the bottom. This is your local hard drive. On the right side, you've got your remote site or your web host. So these are the live files that are on your server right now. So again, you click, the corresponding folder, and the files that are live, that are on your server right now, show up. So now you've kind of got a mirror image of the local site and the remote site. Now, if you're just getting started, you probably won't have a lot of files over here on the remote side because you haven't uploaded anything yet. Me, my site's old, so I've got a lot of content, so that's why you see all the files on the right side. So, when you're ready to save a file to your web server, you'll navigate to the folder where you've saved the web file. In this example, I've saved it in the folder called Build. So I click that folder and then come down here and I'm going to select the file that I want to save. And if you want to do multiple files, you can hold down the Control key and just click, click, click. And if you want to cancel that, just release the Control key and click your mouse and go back to the one file. So when you're ready to upload that file, and now since this file already exists, I want to make sure that I'm in the right folder. So I want to make sure I'm actually in the build folder on my remote site. So make sure you click that, and you make sure you're already in the correct folder. So I've done that. So now I'm in the same folder on both sides. So I go to Hex Colors, and I right click, and I'm going to say Upload. And it's going to prompt me because this file already exists, and it wants to make sure that I want to overwrite it. So I say yes, and I'm going to go OK, and then that uploads the file to my web server. So now when I go to mydomain.com/build/hexcolor.html, that file that I just uploaded will be there. Pretty easy, huh? So I hope you learned a lot, and that's how you use an FTP program, and I will see you in the next tutorial.